Happy Sunday, and topic of the day, business and life. It's happened in my life that I became a businesswoman. I have a lot of experiences, but before I will give you the tips to be a businesswoman, I want to let you know that it's true that to be a businesswoman and to achieve success, to achieve some benefits, to achieve some privileges, it's even more difficult. Women very different from guys. Most of women, they started business just because of the emotions, desire to help. We have a mother feelings inside of us. And very often we jump in the business without any understanding business, without any experiences to be a business person, without any vision what you achieve to be a business person. Because business person is a lot of bonuses, benefits. Meanwhile, it's much more difficulties you will experience and more obligations and more commitment to achieve the goal you want. To make decision to be a businesswoman, I can tell you honestly, it was a spontaneous decision. I feel that I always was very successful, and I made decision to be a business person, believe that you always be successful, it's not a big deal to be a businesswoman. And all what I experienced show me, oh my God, this is very, very important to understand, to know, to achieve, to be a very strong person, and to make it right. Little bit more patience, little bit more understanding the goal, dream, what you want to achieve, what actually you want, and understand the life. Because to be a businesswoman, it's a different life. Especially if you have family, if you have kids, if you have husband. It's an absolutely different life. I am sure that to be a business owner, you need to be a leader. To be a leader, to lead people who follow you and help you to achieve success, especially if you're in a big business, production, in development, in marketing business. You really need to have some skills. I think one of the most important skills is just to be a good person and love people. To be good with people, to be a good listener, to be a good communicator, to be a good speaker. Sometimes you need to, and also you need to have a heart. You need to understand people. You need really to love people. I want to share some experiences after college. I graduated from college, being an engineer, civil engineer in Russia. Our education was free. Government even pay money to you if you're a good student. But it's not so simple, because they pay you if you're a good student. You graduate from college. You had obligation to work for government for 3 years. Not mean for government. Government let you know where to go and where you should work for 3 years. We pay back what government gave to you to give you education. In my case, it was 100 student graduates from the college. And from this 100 people, I was number 2 to come for the section where they decided where you should go. They had a list of places where they said they should send students, and I was number 2. So it was many places where I could go. The day was scheduled when all students came and have 5-10 minutes with the management of college, including the dean of college, who would decide where to go. It was interview, and they made decision. I was the second one, and I plan to stay in the city because I think it's several positions to be in the city, and I deserve it. Meanwhile, couple months before that, I had a sexual harassment experience with a professor who actually was a dean in our college. When he came for the meeting, he right away looked at the places where to go, and I didn't have a choice, because several months before I married, and I was told this is the only place where we can send you together with husband, because this is place for two people. This is like my journey started. Being a city girl, I was sent in the worst place I ever could imagine in Russia. I don't want to tell the name of the city, but what I experienced I will never forget, and I never wish anybody to live 3 years in a place which I feel like a prison for me. First of all, it's a place where, like, I never saw in my life so many people drunk. Like, each second guy, woman drunk. The slang, the way they were like expressed their conversation was so bad. I just sometimes wish to close my ears. But the most important, it's a place where I should be a supervisor. It's a not construction, but a big factory where they were produced pieces, concrete pieces for the buildings. And they put me in the department where I was working with 12 workers, and the schedule was shifts, night, day, middle day. I never had experience being like in this position where you don't have a normal life. But more important, I never saw so many people who was different, with whom was so difficult to communicate, who came right away in the morning already drunk. It took time that they all start to have a discipline. They start respect me, and our team, there was 3 teams actually doing the same job, became the best. A year later, when they put me in a different department, they don't want to let me go. It's experience which I appreciated, because even with this small team, to make them better, to understand them, to lead them, to make them different people, it was not easy. But when you love people, understand, you're a good listener, and you lead them, it helped. Later I was working in different department, actually also leading the team, but already team of 50 people, not 12 people. And finally, my 3 years finished, and I came back in the city, and I started to have regular job, being like engineer in the room, working on the project, doing some drawings. And again, it was a job to have people around. This time I had already thousands of people around, and you need to manage them, you need to like them, you need to understand them. And I was elected, and I was working on the elected job. And my job was to talk, to help, to spread wealth around, because in that time we have issues with food, we have issues with a lot of things. It was impossible to buy good furniture, to buy good clothes. So what my job was, so each week to have something which I need to spread around people. From 2,000 people, if I have 10 coupons for the furniture, so I need to make decision whom to give. If somebody want to buy a car, we have a list of 500 people, but minister gave us 1 car in a year. It was an interesting job, but again, people, understanding. And finally, I came back to the corporate structure. Corporate structure is also important to understand, because you're doing your job, but somebody lead you. You are restricted. You have time from 9 till 5 or 8 till 6, whatever time you have. You need to be at the place. You have a job to do. You have tasks. You need to report. It's different. It's okay. It was okay for me, but I feel that I can do much more. I could not sit in my place. I saw that something can be done different, and I feel that it's like I want something else in my life. And finally, when I visit presentation of Swiss company, I like what they're doing, and I became a salesperson. Being a salesperson, you need also to like people. You need to understand people. It's already service. I had something to present. I have something to show, to sell, and then it's a customer service. It was not easy, but again, people. You need to be a good listener. You need to be a good communicator. And from sales person, I became a sales director. And actually, how that happened, that they gave me offer to come in US. That's why I'm here for 20 years. Being here, it's a corporate, yes, corporate, but meanwhile, it's a freedom of time, not freedom of choices. You have task, you have goal, you have plan, you need to achieve this plan, and it's up to you how you will do it. You need to plan, to organize, and to bring result. It's more free time, and it went good. From zero, I built a team of 500 people. I developed management team, 60 people. I brought to company millions in sales, and I love it. And I feel that this is what I want. It's no restrictions. You have a time. Nobody control you. And I believe that it's so simple, so easy, and I can do on my own if I want something. This is different experiences. And I believed that if I was successful, it's not a big deal. I can be a business owner, and I open my business. All this experience showed me that it's not so simple. And I want to give you some tips. And I hope it can help you. Girls, you need to understand that business, it's a 24/7 job. It's you planner, you financial person, you boss, and you employee. Because a lot of time you need actually to do the job which like your workers do. You need to understand exactly what you are doing. And to rush in business like most of women doing on the feelings, on design to help, it's not the right way to do. That's why when you really want to help, you're really ready to open your business, you really want to be independent, enjoy it, to make money, first of all, you need to make decision understanding what kind of business you want to go in and what this business can bring to you and what this business about. When you understand what kind of business you are or want to open, it's service business or I call it product business. Also, if it's service business, it also can be different business. It's service, or if you like have restaurant, if you have a shop, it's also service, yeah. Or if you have a marketing company, you also own service. Or product where you producing something or you're selling something, and it's different kind of business. Service business, like you see, it can be different. One of these service businesses when you are doing it yourself. For example, I have a nail person whom I have for 20 years. I see her for very often, and she became my mentor. We became friends. And thanks to that, my nails always look good. And she actually built her customers. It's customer service. She doesn't need to look for another job. She has a customers. I remember when she started to have her business, when she was working Saturdays, Sundays, and she created the list of customers, and her service so great that she has always instant income. The same, I have a hairdresser, Jackie V. She is the best. I met her when she was working in the city, and she did so great job. Then she opened her business. Then she had the office. She tried to have people working for her, and then she returned back to be on her own, because everybody liked her, and she doesn't need to pay rent. She has her house. She's doing business in her house, and her service is so great that she has customers and she has constant income. It's not a big deal. But any kind of business you have, it's a life. And in both cases, in many cases, when women are successful, they have a loved one, husband, who support them, who help them, and who understand if she is working 24/7 or she has a customer or client at 10, 11 in the evening, it's okay with him. It's life, and these girls are very successful. Restaurant, shop, you need to understand before you jump. You think you are a great cooker and you have a restaurant? No. Learn from somebody. Go to work for maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 months to understand the business little bit which you want to rush in. But the biggest deal when you are in product business, when you want to develop something, when you want to create something and then to sell. Oh, this is so important. First of all, to make decision how big your business want to be. Years ago, I lost my first business because I was like many of us. I spend money, I put mortgages to mortgages, I sold my apartment, I put in business, and business like hungry man, eating. I start to borrow people money from the friends, and I kill myself. I kill friendship, I kill everything. I didn't know that before you start business, you need to understand how much money you need for this business. That's why second tip, I want to let you know that you need to calculate. I want to let you know that if you open the business, you cannot take a loan. And SBA, other loans, they will not give anything for you until you have business 2 years old. After 2 years, yeah, if it's okay, we can give it to you. But what's happened with us women, after 2 years, you try to put everything, your credit score low, you spend all money, and when 2 years in business, after 2 years in business, you go to take a loan, ask for money, forget. Now your credit score is low, now your business don't give didn't bring you a lot of income, it's not enough sales. That's why when you decided to do business, please make calculations. Be ready to live without income for 1 or 2 years. Have some savings. Or you have husband who help you and he will give you money. Without that, don't even start. My experience, when you don't have support, you not only losing business, you're losing your family. What I saw in my life, 80% of women I met, business women, beautiful, successful, they're single mom, they divorced women. And for one reason, because business became like our baby, like 24/7 baby. Sometimes you don't have time. Sometimes for your family, for your husband, for your kids. Sometimes you just spend so much money that your family and style of life go down, and your wealth brought you in a different category, and your partner can't afford that. You start argue, and sometimes we prefer business because we think like, oh, it's almost happened. But do you know what? It's almost happened, but it's almost happened can take 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years of your life. I can tell you I'm committed to what I'm doing for 15 years. And finally, after 15 years, I feel that my dream became true. So financial issue, very, very, very important. Be ready. Be ready before you start your business to know how much money you need, and take somebody who professionally counting, who understand financials, who help you, because cannot be great in everything. You can have a great idea, great product, but you're not a financial person. Take this person. Try to find somebody who work for you for the future benefits, who help you just because they like idea, they believe in what you're doing, or just maybe for the future stock of your company. Also, be ready to protect what you're doing. Protect in a big way, especially if you have idea and you have product, you develop product. Don't jump to share your idea, first of all, with people around. You need to have a consultant who should tell you what you should do with this idea. And my advice, if you did some research, an idea was to be patented, patent this idea. I lost my first business because nobody didn't tell me about that. I didn't patent idea. People start to do the same, and I lost my first business. One of the reasons I lost it, I didn't have a knowledge. That's why I think that to have a lawyer in your team, who not only patent lawyer who can tell you what you need to do with your idea, also lawyer who can protect you in any case, because business, it's always something happening, always. You didn't pay a bill in time because you didn't have money. You served by somebody lawyer, they ask you for money. You put some article or something which is like somebody don't like, copywriting infringement. So be very careful. That's why my advice tip, first of all, understand which business you go in. Second, put people around you, professionals. But the most important, count how much money you need. Be sure that your family support you. I lost my marriage first and second for one reason. I didn't have a support from partner. But my dream and the importance of business was so big that I prefer to stay with my business. But I had support from my baby, from my daughter. And thanks to her, a lot of things happened. She was just 14. You will not believe. She stayed with me till 3, 4 in the morning. Sometimes she wake up at 5 to help me to print, to do some papers, and important papers for FDA. She support me. And support of my kid, of my baby, helped me a lot. Right now, my dream really became true. Know when? My tester around the country. It's on the shelves. And what I'm doing now, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Because my goal and idea was to bring this product to all women around the world, because I want to help. I found that infertility is not the issue, it's lack of knowledge. And what I develop, know when, now you know when. When you can become pregnant, when you can't become pregnant, when the best way to have healthy sex, and so on and so on. So my dream became true, and thanks to support of my daughter. We can talk a lot about the business, but one of the topics I want to talk about, business and love. But it's next time. So far, have a good day and see you next week. Bye.